Hey there, listeners. Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Die by the Sword podcast. Before we get into the episode, just want to give a quick shout out to the guys over at Midnight Syndicate. You can check out their music at www.midnightsyndicate.com. Also, if you want to add some spooky music to your own games, go ahead and check out the ambient sounds over at Sword Coast Soundscapes. Check them out at youtube.com/Sword Coast Soundscapes. All right, quick intro from me this week. Let's get into the show.
We're going to do this episode, y'all. Gary's not here yet.
Does he know where he's going?
I don't know. He might have gotten lost.
Well, I know I've been lost trying to get over here.
Yeah, so for your information at home, listeners, Gary is supposed to get here eventually, but Richard and I, we record at Richard and Mai's place, and we recently moved, so we gave him the address, right?
Yeah, I sent it. I sent everyone the same address, so everyone followed the same address. So if you two made it and he didn't, then that's on him.
But Philip and I both got lost, so
that's true.
It says something.
But I was looking for food because I hadn't eaten all day, but I couldn't find any. There's no restaurants around here.
So it's one of the funny things about here is there's really, really good shopping like a mile and a half, 2 miles away.
But nothing in the immediate vicinity, which is very good for my fast food habits.
Yeah, just removes the temptation.
Yeah. It's like, that is too much effort to go eat something. I'll just sit here and not eat instead.
Where did you find the Brahms?
Don't ask me, because I don't know.
I was looking at it too. I was like, where's there a Brahms?
Yeah, I haven't seen one. I don't know.
It's 2 miles away from here. I just don't know which direction.
I don't know.
Well, another reason that people are getting lost is because there's a ton of construction around our new apartment complex, and a lot of the roads are only going one way right now.
Yep, it's a fun time. But Mom keeps getting lost in the complex.
I get lost in the complex. I actually got lost in the complex next door, which I thought, this doesn't quite look right. And I don't think it's the right place. I've been here, I've been here a couple of times, but
apparently not enough yet.
Haven't found it successfully
once.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
call her,
lost.
and then Noelle gets really crabby on the phone when you ask her for directions.
Well, I don't know how to give you directions from the middle of a complex that I don't know where you are.
I was counting buildings, and there's a weird order that they're in.
I know. It goes from 8 to 22. It's like, where's 9?
Yes.
So the same thing happened to you. It's like 7, 8, 22, 23, 24. It's like, I know that 9's smaller than 22.
Yeah, we had the same conundrum, and for some reason the management didn't okay, follow me to your apartment. It's just like, here's your keys. Good luck.
Yeah.
Well, it's because they don't know where it's at.
It's kind of like throwing a kid in the swimming pool, I guess. It's like, if you don't let them find it, they'll never find it on their own,
Yeah, right. It's like, if we make them find it on their own, they will never forget.
Maybe our building doesn't actually exist in this realm all the time.
No.
Might only flash in and out.
Yeah. Like,
could be.
So it could be like hidden, like platform 9 3/4, or it could be just extra planar, and it only appears when you think about it. That's my guess.
So where is building 8 in relationship to your building?
It's on the other side.
Yeah, so that's kind of how I found it. Is I was looking at it, it's like, okay, so that goes to 8 and stops, and that goes to 22, 23. I bet it comes around and meets in the middle. So Noelle was like going to drive the car all around the complex. I'm like, I'm just going to walk through this swimming pool, and I bet on the other side is going to be building 9. And I was exactly right.
Yeah, well, we needed the car to be at the building, so we were going to have to drive around at some point.
I think the being right is the most important part to him right now.
That's always the most important part to me.
I just didn't see why I needed to walk back to the car, to then drive the car to the building.
Well, my priority was finding the building and being able to walk through the swimming pool area.
Why? Because you wanted to walk on water or something for exercise?
That's quite an exercise.
I mean, I know one guy who did it.
Yeah.
At least 2.
Yeah.
There's that movie, Ever After, that Da Vinci's a character, and he makes these boat shoes. They look like little arcs that he's trying to walk on water in them.
Yeah, he was a very eccentric character, which I'm sure he was in real life.
I mean...
And then he fell in.
Yeah, they didn't work so well.
Well, I mean,
Did they ever try anything like that on Mythbusters? Well, that seems like a Mythbusters exercise.
They have those shoes anyway. Those are shoes that now exist. I've seen people use them, like in old-timey footage, the silent movies, and he's just walking in his little suit on the water. No, everyone is looking at me so weird right now, like they've never seen that.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's glass. It's glass under the water that they're walking on.
Oh.
You
that
think
would
it's
make sense.
Specific shoes?
Yeah, no, it's like those Da Vinci shoes. They're made of cork or something.
I think you're making it up.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's not a question of buoyancy. I'm sure that the cork is enough in terms of the displacement, to keep somebody floating. It's a matter of balance. Like, you're very top heavy at that point.
I think buoyancy would be important too. I mean, I think that's problem one.
Do you know what's a really good example of buoyancy? Having a man and a woman in a pool. Richard sinks. I float. Built-in flotation devices.
Yes.
Built-in weight. Not weight.
Are you talking about my massive testicles?
I call them my anchors.
That's
Did
kind
you
of
see? Okay, in the news. So the headline is, erectile dysfunction drug may cause permanent vision distortion. So your father says, yeah, it makes you think your dick looks bigger.
I was just thinking of the
or you'll go blind.
Masturbating and making you go blind thing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
May cause blindness, hairy palms, and
your face will freeze that way.
And a disappointed mother.
Disappointed mother.
Well, speaking of disappointed mothers, there's been a lot of moving of stuff around in my house. And one of the things I found is, like, I had no idea that Mike had an extensive collection of Butt Buddies magazine. It's like, where did you even get the money for these? It's like,
and he didn't bring them with him. He just left them there?
He just left them at my house. They're sitting on my bookcase.
You found these recently?
Yeah.
God, he had so many porn magazines.
I know.
This is like the third stash we've...
Yeah. No, what's shocking me is that he left him there. He's just like, nobody will ever find these.
I remember in college, I remember taking a big bunch of them up to him at his house, and I was like, you need to take these because we're cleaning out your room. And he's just like, oh, I was leaving them there. And it's just like, no.
So he's doing it on purpose. It's even weirder.
He's got stashes all over town.
He's like a fucking squirrel.
He had some of them stored under his bed. Like, I would never find them there.
So this is a story that'll probably get cut out of the recording. But my brother and I, like, we found, like, this homeless guy's spot. And, like, we kept stealing his porn.
Oh, that's so
No,
mean.
that should definitely stay in.
And by the way, these were girls' butts, for Mikey. But it was like, look at all these. It's like multi years of this magazine.
I think
it's like a subscription.
No, I think he got a lot of them from Dawn.
Oh, that would explain it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got a lot.
That would explain why they're in the nice comic book storage. Like,
he put them in Mylar.
They're archived.
Yeah, he got those from Dawn.
They're archived.
And Mike was the one that introduced Dawn. He's like, yeah, they got porn on the internet. And he's like, what? Really?
Did you ever see that Family Guy when Quagmire found out there was that on the internet?
No.
And then he just came out of his house one day and one of his arms was just swollen like muscle.
No. Oh no.
Well, porn is always the leading business on any technological advancement. The first thing that's going to colonize it will be pornography.
Yeah, I've heard that same thing.
There was one they got wrong.
What?
Well, they backed HD DVD and then it went to Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Oh,
like that was the one time that was that shifted.
Mistake didn't last for very long.
Oh.
Oh, there he is. Hold on.
I think he's arrived.
Wow.
Everyone looks severe. Listeners, can you see us looking severe?
No, they can't.
Well, look who's here.
Look who finally got unlost.
Did you get lost?
No.
Did you find Building 8?
I found Building 7, then Building 8, and then 9.
He went the other way.
You didn't get lost the way everyone else did because they found 7, 8, then 22, 23.
No.
Here, let me get out of the way, actually.
And every time we've gotten up, our cat has stolen the chair every single time.
That's what cats do. They find the warm spot.
It's warm and it's got the butt stank. They like that. So, Gary, you made it.
I did.
Did you get lost?
No, didn't get lost. I just got drunk.
Oh, okay. Well, you're supposed to wait till you get here for that.
Oh, well, I was doing a beer pairing where it's a 5-course meal, but with each course they give you a different beer that pairs with the food.
So you were doing this instead of recording the podcast you were supposed to record.
I had this planned way in advance.
Advanced? Yeah.
Advanced.
Uh-huh.
With me, myself, and I?
That would be the multiple 10% beers that I had. So I was finished early enough to make it here at the time I said, but I wanted to make sure I was driving safely, so I sat there for a bit and just drank water so I could drive and not be drunk.
I see how important we are to you, Gary. You put your own safety ahead of the podcast.
Obviously.
Well, they know you live in this town that we happen to know has
Really bad
really
cops.
bad cops.
Yeah. They're rough.
They rough.
Yeah. And the next town over that pulled Mr. Old Man Driver over the other day.
It's like,
Yeah,
they stopped you for speeding. It's like they must have to recalibrate their guns.
wrong
It's
gun.
like
No, so we were going one way, and the cop was going the other way, and then lights go on, turns around, but we're already like a football field away at this point. So it's like, did he get an emergency call that he has to go? Because normally when they're pulling you over, they don't turn their lights on until they're on your bumper.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, did he get an emergency call and he had to U-turn to go to the emergency or whatever? Like, I don't know. So I stopped at the stop sign, turn right, and then he's coming this way. So it's like, well, I'll pull over to the shoulder because if he needs to go to an emergency, he's going to need to go around me. Or if he's pulling me over, then he'll stop behind me. Stop behind me. Do you know why I pulled you over? I have no idea.
Speeding.
And apparently it was speeding. But
Yes,
it's like,
you speed demon.
yeah. So they do this team enforcement thing. PSA for listeners, a lot of police departments will do this thing where they have an out-of-uniform officer in an unmarked car sitting somewhere watching you. So they can watch to see if you run a red light. They're gunning you with radar to see if you're speeding. And then they'll phone it in to a marked car behind a building somewhere, tell them what car you're driving, and then that cop will come out and pull you over.
it's very efficient. You see them do that on the highways. There'll be one guy with a gun and two motorcycle cops.
I one time saw a setup that it had 8 motorcycle cops. They were
Wow.
pegging a lot of people in one go.
Oh,
Yeah, and it's complete bullshit. And I have a cop friend, and he was like, oh, well, we're trying to make sure that people stop doing stuff like that. It's like, you know what would stop them from doing that? Having a marked car right there. That'll stop them.
Yeah, nothing freaks people out more than just a cop car.
Right?
Like, nobody has to be in it. Just have a cop car that's empty. And then people are like, oh, well, I'm not going to run the red light because there's a cop right there.
So cop cars are scarecrows for people?
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
Obviously.
Exactly.
Sorry, I get animated about this. Anyway. All right, so now that everybody's here, we kind of left on a really big moment last time.
We did. So at the end of the last episode, you were fighting Grine and some of the mongrel men, and
I just remembered why we were fighting him. It's because Zenobia blew up the warehouse.
blew up the warehouse.
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
I mean, it was an idea.
It definitely worked out for us.
It just still makes me laugh.
So the way I see it is they would have died anyway.
Seriously.
They would have been ordered to attack us, and
So it's on them.
yeah.
Anyway,
It's totally their fault that they were blown up by
yeah, they were asking for it.
alchemist fire and liquid ice and all that stuff.
So, but that definitely wasn't the most exciting thing that happened. Well, that was very
That was
exciting.
pretty exciting.
thing. Yeah, but last episode,
I mean, you were fighting a gnome that turned into a dwarf.
not
Or
just a dwarf.
A Drugar.
A dark dwarf.
So explain to Richard. Give us a little history lesson. What's a Drugar?
So Drugars, or what? How do you pronounce that?
Drugar. I don't have the word in front of me.
Duergar.
Duergar.
Duergar. Yeah. So they're the same lineage as dwarves, but they dwell in the deeper caverns below. They've never gone up to the surface, and they resent all beings that do live on the surface, especially dwarves. They have a special hatred for the dwarves, who they view kind of as having betrayed their heritage, and they view themselves as the only true dwarves anymore.
So is this like a total psychological conflict because this guy was living on the surface?
Yeah, I have no idea what his
Yeah.
story is. That seems a little contradictory.
Well, I
We
was.
can't ask him.
Hello?
No, we
You know, he's
cannot.
kind of dead.
No, actually, he's about to explode.
Well, and I was thinking about it. It's
I think you missed the part where I said he's about to explode.
Well, hold on. Well, we're in what is it? In medias res? We're paused. It's TiVo. I paused it.
He's in the process of exploding,
Yeah.
but he hasn't exploded
He's
yet.
starting
So it's
to
like
glow.
Hitchhiker's Guide where it pauses, and now we're going to take a few moments to consider his last thoughts.
Exactly. But I was thinking about it, and I always laugh at myself later. I totally get we're doing a story, right? And Gary's got the skeleton of the story, and there's things you're supposed to discover along the way, and there's some you're like, oh, okay, this is the way we're being led to down the road. But then there's other times where I'm just like, oh, that totally hit me from left field. Didn't think about it because I'd kind of forgotten that obviously we're going to have this main storyline going through of the Whispering Way. But I'd kind of forgot about him because I've been worrying about old Frankie, Horace, over there. And so it's like, this guy's got to be connected with the Whispering Way somehow, right? This has got to be bigger plot related. I still don't get it. I still have no idea what's happening, but I'm really excited.
Welcome to my world.
In my predictions of what was going to happen, Durgar was like the last thing that I would have guessed.
Not even on my radar because I didn't know they existed.
Yeah, me too.
Well, that doesn't count. I knew they
Yeah.
existed, but I just didn't think. No, there's nothing that indicated they would have been involved.
No, I knew they existed, but even before reading it, I would have never guessed that a Duragar, however the proper pronunciation of that word is. Listeners, if you know the proper pronunciation of Drugar, whatever, let us know.
But yeah, it's definitely a left turn, and I am excited. What does it mean?
Mm-hmm.
What does it mean?
And also, he's about to explode, which, to my knowledge, is not a universal Duragar trait.
Also, because they live in the dark, I'm still imagining him like a phosphorescent fish or like a blobfish, like super pasty white with like no pupils. Like,
And he has a dangly thing in front of his head with
he's
a light on
an
it.
anglerfish with the light in front.
yeah, little tones of purple in there.
So
He hates cats because they keep trying to bite it.
So let's go ahead and resolve this whole him exploding thing.
Yeah, we've been dancing around this
We've been dancing
for a
around
while.
it for a while.
So the good news is Vivian did a ton of healing on Roderick during that last combat, so I'm only 6 down.
Mm-hmm.
So odds are I should be able to survive this explosion.
Yeah, you scared me before we started recording. You said that you were -6, and I was like, what?
Yeah, I meant -6 from Matt. I was reading what I had written on the number of hit points I was down. So
You've taken 6 points of damage. You're not -6.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a big difference there.
He doesn't know what it is.
Because even I was like, what the hell did I do to you?
It's like, when did that
I don't
happen?
remember.
now I'd actually taken a good chunk of damage, but then Vivian did a lot of serious healing, and I think I healed myself as well. Probably, I'll have to go back over the tape, but
Yeah, sounds about right. So, all right. So, what I'm going to need everybody to do is make a reflex save.
everybody,
It's anybody within 30 feet.
that is everybody. That is a natural 17.
Okay.
Die.
1.
Oh no.
You got that
Philip.
next character roll, Philip?
Starting off the evening great there.
Yep.
This is a 30-foot explosion.
30-foot explosion.
Jeez Louise. Like, normally for creatures like this, like burning skeletons, it's just the immediately adjacent creatures.
He's got more meat on him.
Yep.
He's got meat on him.
Did he drink nitroglycerin?
Maybe.
12.
Is that what they make here?
15.
15. All right. So, Renly is the only one that fails
But he's like
the reflex
way
save.
behind. Like, he's like way far away.
So,
He's immediately behind Roderick.
yeah. So, this gnome in front of you goes from a gnome into a dark dwarf, takes this last bit of damage, and then this energy starts building up around it and just explodes out, hitting Ridley straight on, but everybody else moves out of the way.
Sidestep. We're like, ugh.
Does Renly look really stupid as it happens?
Renly is looking at the wallpaper.
And Ridley takes a whopping 4 points of damage while
Oh,
everyone else takes
jeez.
2.
Gary,
Yeah, you built that up.
man.
Of course I did.
He's telling a story.
I was really scared.
Yeah, and if you've played this game a lot, you can tell when the GM is building something up and it's not going to be that bad versus when he's genuinely concerned.
Nah,
Y'all are going to die.
I get sucked into it every time.
That's because you're gullible.
It was a fun little moment.
I enjoyed it.
I did too.
It was nice to make y'all worry for a week.
So, if we're out of initiative, Roderick's going to step back out of the building because he's still in the fumes. Nobody else was inside. And he's going to say, so, you may have noticed, but there are some potent fumes in there. Do any of you have any ideas about protecting ourselves from it?
And Renly says, with smoke coming out of his mouth. 'Cause You know, like in cartoons when they have that cigar and it blows up in their face? That's what I imagine.
No, do you know what it's like? That scene in The Mask when he eats the bomb and then burps.
Oh, there you go. Yes.
He's like, that's a spicy meatball.
Well, anyway, yeah, no, Renly is singed but fine.
So, aside from the fumes, do you know why that gnome just turned into a dwarf and then blew up?
Can we do a knowledge check?
There are a couple of different ones you could do on him.
Arcana.
That would be one.
Cool. I got that one.
There's my natural 5.
That's my natural 3.
So that's a total
That's
of
my natural 7.
14.
14.
What other knowledges could we roll?
Knowledge religion is one you could roll.
Hold on,
Roderick has
wait.
that.
7 plus 7 is 14.
14.
For Arcana.
I will give this one to Renly because it's a spell he knows well. This was Disguise Self. That's why he looked like a gnome.
26 knowledge religion.
Knowledge religion. So you, Vivian, have heard stories of, like, dark clerics that sometimes will tap into, like, the death domain and focusing on death. And that's what had granted him this explosive ability once he died. It was like death throes.
Cool,
So it's a cleric power.
It is.
Okay. Well, then that would make
Cool.
sense with the channeling negative energy.
I forgot he was a cleric, that
Yep.
jerk.
Channel negative energy. He was only one level of a cleric.
I was going
though,
to say
so-
probably is multi-classed.
Yeah. So that's why he didn't do too much damage with the...
He doo-dooed.
You said doo-doo.
Yeah.
That's why he didn't do too much damage.
You said
Are
doo-doo.
are you sure you waited long enough?
I'm fine.
So, like, is there blood and gore all over the place, or is it more like a smoky scarring?
It was very much more energy that exploded out of him. His body is still there.
Oh, intact.
So it didn't like...
Look for a journal!
There's not like viscera everywhere. It's
Did we
just-
see his symbol anywhere?
No, you did not. But you heard him, when he would channel, you heard some of the prayers that he was saying.
That sounds like a knowledge religion.
That is. That would be knowledge religion.
But she rolled a
She did roll a knowledge religion.
knowledge religion.
There's a
that one-
natural 2.
Does that one count, or do I have to do it again?
Roll again, see if you know that one. Just because it's a little harder to figure that out.
25.
25, well, you would probably know it then. He was saying prayers to Norgorber.
Norgorber. That sounds like an insult. You stupid Norgorber.
Sounds like an 80s insult.
It sounds like a frat name.
Norgorber.
Do we know anything about Norgorber?
1 second, my computer's updating.
Well timed, Apple. At least Windows waits until you're trying to clock in the morning.
All right, so Norgorber, he is the god of thievery and assassination, also known as the Keeper of Secrets. He is also called the Reaper of Reputation.
Like he takes your reputation, or he's just a well-known reaper?
Yes.
Okay.
He is a neutral evil deity. He's got several different names.
So this would be tied into, like, political intrigue and stuff, too,
Yeah.
right?
I'm sure the assassination
So-
is a big part of this.
Say the part right after assassination, though. There's something else that was...
The Keeper of Secrets?
Keeper of Secrets.
No.
Reaper of Reputation? Yeah.
I guess it's the reputation. Because he's destroying Horus's reputation.
Well, his reputation wasn't great to begin with.
All right.
But, I mean, that's what was... That was the thought,
Yeah.
the connection that I was making. That they use other people and destroy their reputation to advance their cause.
Yeah. He's also one of the handful of deities that have taken the test of the Starstone. He was
Oh, really?
He was immortal beforehand. He was a mortal beforehand.
Oh, yeah, I remember that now.
Took the test of the Starstone in 1893 AR.
Mommy, do you know about the test of the Starstone? Starstone?
No.
It's how mortals in this world can become gods. So, the prime example is Caden Kalian, who took the test as a drunken joke. Like, he was drunk one night, like, yeah, let's go take the test of the Starstone, and he did it. So,
It's my kind of deity.
He's a popular one.
Sort of a Bacchus, huh?
a little
So I
bit.
guess Vivian's sharing all this information about the prayers and the stuff that she heard.
This seems to fit with the type of enemy that we're dealing with, but I still don't understand what this has to do with this situation here with the alchemist. We obviously have to investigate more.
Yes, so the fumes inside, as I said, they seem to be...
Corrosive. Noxious.
I'm trying to think of...
Gross.
Smelly.
Like
Caustic.
harmful. Like
Caustic.
Toxic.
the fume-
Dangerous.
Poisonous.
Acrid.
The fumes seem to be harmful.
Yeah, that's the best word of all these great words that you were just given. That was the worst thesaurus choice ever.
After all the words we gave you, you went with harmful.
It's like a thesaurus room, you know? And it hurts. It's bad.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's like the fumes in this room are bad.
Smell bad.
Thank goodness.
Sorry,
That was deep.
I was doing Ludo from Labyrinth.
Mm-hmm.
I believe last time Gary said that if we covered our mouths with like some wet cloth, that could help in this situation.
Indeed, I did say that.
So that's what
I can
Vivian
help you tie
suggests.
your mask, Roderick.
So that's what Vivian suggests is we cover our mouths.
Is it too low? I got it around your throat.
Oh, so rude.
So,
Are you threatening to Garrett?
Not I.
Garrot?
Not I. So where are we going to get liquid to put on these cloths?
everybody spit on them.
You.
Well, I'm sure we have canteens.
I'm not concerned about that. I'm going to assume there's a place that we can find water within the area. It is a city.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to cover our faces with
Damp cloth.
damp fabric.
Damp cloth.
Do we have to make any checks?
No.
Okay.
I didn't find the word.
I knew he was still looking for it. Knew it.
All right. So we mask up and trudge in.
Mm-hmm. You all look like bandits and renegades as you walk in.
Vivian's got a pink paisley.
It's pink lace.
It's just a veil.
It's just a veil.
It has no protective powers whatsoever. It's just for fashion.
Just for fashion.
So we walk over the dead Duergar's body with the mongrel men around him, and he said...
No one's checking the
Oh
body?
yeah, I was gonna say let's check the bodies.
And Roderick says, yes, the fumes do not seem to be deadly, as they seem to have grown accustomed to them, but they're still going to cause a problem for us. So I'm glad you set up these face masks, Vivian.
Absolutely. Let's check the bodies.
Let's do.
Okay. So roll your checks on checking the bodies.
Natural 18.
Perception, right?
Yes.
That is a 27.
1.
You're on a roll, Philip.
20.
21.
Okay.
It's this table.
20 natural, and then
Oh, wait, no, that's a 7.
Oh, you
but
rolled a
still
natural
not-
20.
It's not good.
yeah, rolled a natural 20, and
Oh, cool.
I don't even need to add my. Do I need to add my?
What is it?
28.
We need to know if you did better than me. You did. You did by 1 point better than me. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Just had to show you up. All right. So you find a few things on Grine. You find, I'll tell you this one. It's a potion of cure light wounds. Just one of those. You've seen enough of them to know what that is by now without even having to check. There is another potion there. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 different vials that are not potions.
Alchemical things.
You find some rags, find a masterwork hand axe, and you find 3 masterwork throwing axes. You find a disguise kit, a holy symbol of Norgorber.
Called it.
Disguise kit. Zenobia's eyes grow large.
You find a spell component pouch, and some thieves' tools.
Are they masterwork?
They are not. They're just regular thieves' tools.
So
Garbage.
So multi-classed in cleric and rogue,
Or maybe his cleric...
or alchemist too.
Well,
Triple
alchemists-
classed.
Well, they're, I don't know if alchemists have disable device, but there probably are at least archetypes that do. Mm-hmm. Or he might be from Norberger because his thievery and keeping secrets
Right,
are
right,
domain,
right,
so you might
right.
get that.
No, maybe yeah. The dwarf or the hand axes do fit with dwarfishness.
Yes, but I have a very important question. Did he have a journal?
No.
Is he going to spill his guts?
No.
He did.
Roger cuts his guts open.
Too late. The RAR. He exploded. Can I do some spellcrafty thingies?
Sure can. And if anyone has any craft alchemy or anything like that, you could do that as well.
16 spellcraft.
16 spellcraft, so you know the potion for sure is a potion of spider climb.
Ooh, Zenobia could have a lot of fun with that.
So it's not a knowledge, it's craft alchemy.
Be craft alchemy and
Or a high spellcraft.
Appraise, if they're not magical.
because they're not magical items.
They're alchemical.
They're alchemical compounds, but not everybody would have craft alchemy if they're not
An alchemist.
alchemists.
Heal check?
You could do a heal check on a couple of them at least.
I have all the knowledges. Is there any knowledge that's going to help?
I didn't
Knowledge
do it.
vials.
I didn't do a good heal check. I did
I
a
don't
12.
know if that's a thing. Maybe in this adventure, because this is the Law and Order of...
Yeah.
Doo-doo.
Or the CSI.
Speaking of that, I was not expecting a dungeon.
No, I expected this to be again. All my spells I have prepared are
for court.
Yeah, when we were in Morast, that was exactly what I expected us to be doing. And we come here, it's like, okay, we're going to ask these people some more questions and catch them in a lie. And no, they're going to attack us, so we're going to have to raid their entire compound.
I was expecting a cool battle in the courtroom, which I'm still holding out for. Just hopefully not on this day.
Well,
Maybe
that's at
on
the
day
end,
2 or
obviously.
day 3.
So for these vials, since nobody has craft alchemy, I will say there are a couple of them that can be found with a heal check, and others that can be done with the knowledge nature.
I only rolled a 12 heal.
You would at least know with the 12 the vials of acid.
All right.
You've got 2 vials of acid.
So I can do a heal check too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a 10. That's a miserable one.
Yeah, my heal check is an 8.
How about knowledge nature?
No. It's 9. Alright, so knowledge nature.
So there's two of acid.
2 acid vials, yes.
Here, drink these.
7.
7. That's even
7
worse.
knowledge nature.
Where?
Put this in your eye. See what happens.
Don't do that, Thursko. If no, sorry, Renly.
Ooh.
Anyway, the librarian, he might be able to help us identify this.
Yes, there'll be people in town for sure.
So just tuck those in. By the way, before we leave this room, I'm grabbing some of the material that's been packed up, that blew up. I'm going to open a box and take some vials.
There aren't really many boxes in this room.
She's actually thinking she wants to go back into the
going back into the storeroom.
the warehouse.
Okay.
We're in the chemical room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to do what's called a retcon, Mom, which is you want to go back.
Well, I mean, you're all still in the courtyard right now. You haven't gone back into the...
Yeah, it's one room away.
Yeah.
So it'd be really
I'm
easy
not
to
that
go
far.
over there.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're more than welcome to go in there. And
Are they vials of different things?
there are most of the
marked,
boxes
like
have
fire
different things.
and
The bottles, each of the bottles look a little different with the different types of things there.
Do you know what you should do? You should like roll some dice for like what she gets
what I get. Yeah.
and how many.
Just throw one of each against the wall and see what happens.
Oh, I could do that. I need to find out what they do, right? I think that's a good idea, actually.
So the other thing is we're pressed for time. So if we dilly-dally a lot with this.
Well, this is why I'm just saying is that like so she wouldn't be taking a long time. I'm just saying she would go grab it, and the way to do it mechanically is Gary should just roll some dice of
Yeah, she says,
Yeah.
I grab 3 vials, and Gary rolls.
So I'll roll based on what you say, but there are different types of vials, 2 different types of vials to grab. There are sticks, there are little pellets, and there are bottles. So it depends on what you grab of each.
Stick, pellets, and bottles. I would try and grab something from
One.
everything.
So
Yeah.
just one of each.
How many will you let me have, Gary?
They're easily
that-
identifiable.
That's what she should.
It depends on how much time you're taking to go in there and get it. Because you could grab multiple things if you take the time to do it.
Give me I want to be fast. So if one of each is fast, I'd rather have 2 of each so that
I think you'd have enough time to get 2 of each because we were looking through the bodies. Mm-hmm. So
yeah.
And not finding out anything because
Yeah.
of bad rolls.
yeah,
So
and Vivian was preparing the masks and everything. So I think there was time.
okay, so time to grab 2 of each. Mm-hmm. So if you would like to get those identified,
Yeah.
Damn it!
Do it later.
What am I doing? Arcana.
none of it's magical, so I would say either heal or knowledge nature. Or craft alchemy if you have it.
18 heal.
18 heal.
How's that knowledge nature, Philip?
17 heal.
Okay.
14 nature.
So between all of you, you're able to kind of determine what all of these items are. You've got 2 vials of alchemist fire, 2 vials of liquid ice,
Oh, cool.
2 smoke pellets, 2 smoke sticks.
Is that like a cigarette?
No.
No.
It's the thing you hate, Mom. It's
My
a...
obscuring mist
Obscuring
spell.
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you get 2 bottles of bleach.
You gotta clean.
Why?
They make chemicals.
They make chemicals. They make bleach here.
It's a commercial application. So, so masks on, we head back into the main room. Roderick's kind of shoving everyone along, kind of pressing. Like, we don't have a lot of time. We only have a couple hours to check this out.
Okay. So you make it into the main room here.
Where the dwarf exploded, and we're going to roll perception.
Mm-hmm.
That is a natural 3.
20.
Ooh, a natural 19.
All right.
19.
4, 25.
So everyone but Roderick.
Everyone but Roderick.
Everyone but Roderick.
He's too busy being pushy.
There's not really a lot to see in this room. It's a very tall room with these big vats in the middle. There are some clear sections in the vats where you can see the liquid inside.
Ooh.
And they seem to match some of the liquids in the vials and the bottles, things like that.
I'm really enjoying this. One of my favorite shows growing up was Unwrapped. Where you'd go see like how all the different candy was made.
Yeah.
And my mom's trade is in manufacturing, so I've been to these kind of plants before, so I'm very excited.
It just makes me think of Batman. Like the Joker's gonna fall in there.
I was thinking about that with once the bleach was mentioned. I was like, oh no.
So yeah, you can imagine that, especially with the bleach there, this is why it's very hard to breathe in here with all of the chemicals in the air in
Yes.
this room. But you make your way through. You've got these huge vats and these like planks that are slightly higher with this little ladders on the side of the vats to climb up to the planks to kind of walk between the two, so you can kind of mix chemicals together if you need to, or add in certain ingredients.
Don't do that.
But you might need to make something.
Is this a Zelda puzzle?
Kind of. But you do make your way through this room and into the back, where you do see a kind of a rickety stairway going up. It's definitely not to health code.
OSHA is not pleased with this room.
They would not be happy with this room whatsoever.
I was thinking on those vats of like, I want to look for weak points in the legs to see which one's going to fall on us in a booby trap later. I am looking out for such things.
Also,
I have
Are there
seen
two-
this happen.
are there
Oh,
2
geez.
floor rooms?
It has happened.
What's happened? Someone fall in?
No, we had a leg of a tank collapsed and
Oh.
it dumped ethanol, actually.
Oof.
I think I remember when that happened.
95% ethanol. And I wasn't in the building, and this was when my friend in the purple Camaro stopped me and said, "Follow me." We went over to her house and drank coffee and smoked cigarettes until the all clear was given.
So you start making your way that way, up these stairs, and you find a door in front of you at the top of the stairs.
Gosh, the door, it's closed. We got to go back, guys.
I want to look very closely at the door.
I knock on it. No,
Natural
no.
20 perception on the door.
Oh my goodness. What
How
a
many
waste of
traps are
20.
on it?
It's a swinging door that Dwarfy would love.
Oh, yes. Those are my favorite.
We'll have to bring him back later so we can hit his face with it.
Yeah, well, so we open it and Dwarfy back in Ustalov? Are we in Ustalov?
We're still in Ustalov.
I can't
That was
remember.
Ravengrove.
Ustalav is
Ravengrove.
the whole country.
I couldn't. Oh, yeah. I got my map.
But back in
confused.
Ravengrove is like head hurts.
Yeah. Feels like you just got hit in the face.
It's a sudden headache.
Dwarfy, we hardly knew you.
All right, so Zenobia, do you want to like sneakily poke your head through?
Can I push it open with my longsword?
Sure.
You see anything?
You see a room.
You have to make perception checks for him to be more descriptive.
He just wanted me to waste the 20 I rolled on the last perception check.
You're the one who was like,
23.
I'm going to roll on this door.
It's a 19.
23.
11.
So through this door and in this way, you see another storage type room. You would figure this is kind of stacked on top of the storage rooms that were below through that courtyard.
Okay.
It also looks like it would be a loading bay, because you see like this mechanical crane type device that would lower boxes and things from up here down onto that cart that you saw in the courtyard.
Are there boxes?
There are boxes here. There are also more mongrel men in here.
Uh-oh.
Well, hey guys, how y'all doing?
Hello.
Who are you?
New management.
We are the law, and we are here to investigate this company's involvement in the prisoner Horace's criminal activities.
I was going to say health inspection, but you could go with that.
I was going to go OSHA.
Yeah, OSHA would work too.
I was going to say new management. So we really need to coordinate our plans next time, y'all.
The next time we were...
We are the law.
OSHA's kind of the law.
They all just kind of look at you as you're discussing this. Huh?
Wait, so why are we here?
Where little gnome boss?
He's downstairs.
He's in room 4.
He told us to come up and have a look around.
He said someone was stealing. Who's stealing?
Bob.
Ooh.
Writing that down.
Bob is stealing.
So you knew this whole time and you never reported him?
Yes.
You did? To Gnome Guy?
Yes.
Well, the Gnome Guy started this investigation. You really should go talk to him. He's down in 4.
Where Bob?
4!
Well, who's Bob?
Bob worked in downstairs.
Oh, yeah,
Look.
he's still down there.
Everyone stay put. We need to look around. If
But-
you guys aren't stealing, if you people are not stealing, then you have nothing to worry about. Just let us keep checking things out.
But
Don't put your hands in your pockets.
I don't have pocket.
Good. Empty them.
Empty what?
Oh, my goodness. Empty you? He goes and throws up in
I
the
was going
corner.
to say you heard me, but then I got distracted.
I empty. Now what?
All right, so does
And
this
then-
work?
Good job. Good job. We are very proud of you.
So does this awesome ploy work?
We're so stupid.
Nobody's rolled a bluff or anything yet,
Well, I mean,
or diplomacy or anything like that.
Y'all bluffed it up. I'm sitting back letting y'all figure this out.
okay.
Why is our party face never role playing this?
Natural 1 on the bluff.
he really don't.
20.
He really don't believe you.
20 on my bluff check.
Okay, we believe her.
So we're the law.
We're the law.
Rolling a bluff check to see which lie they believe.
Law makes sense.
Stand up against this wall. We have to examine this room.
What is this OSHA thing you speak of?
It's also the law.
It's the NSC.
New boss no makes sense.
We will be gone soon enough. We just need to look around
Why look?
to see what else was being stolen.
Why?
Because we need to know if anyone was stealing besides Bob.
Why?
Because if you are stealing, you're in trouble too.
Why?
Because stealing is wrong.
Why?
Oh my goodness.
Because it does not belong to
This is
you.
just as fun as it was when I was a child.
Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.
Stand over against that wall. And I've rolled an 11 on diplomacy.
She rude.
Yes, well, she is the law.
Yes, but she's not wrong. If you gentlemen could please just step over here, and we will be out of your way as soon as possible. And that is a 20 diplomacy.
What if they find you attractive?
22.
Okay, we watching you.
Absolutely.
Yes, have a smoke break.
No, I don't think you should smoke in here.
And he just bites into a smoke pellet.
That's funny.
Smoke everywhere.
And we can't find him.
Starts coughing like crazy.
I take break.
So what you're saying is he's vaping.
Yes.
So we go into this room.
Right, so you go into this room, which is definitely, like I mentioned before, like a storeroom.
Good teamwork, y'all.
We are on the case.
We are recording very late, to be clear.
Yes. So you're looking around this room. You see, just like downstairs, boxes filled with hay with different vials in them. These vials look different than the ones downstairs.
Ooh, let's grab
So they're
some.
different types.
Let's grab some.
We should.
I rolled a 19 heal check.
You'd have to do a sleight of hand because the mongrel men are in that room with
No,
us.
we have to investigate
19,
and grab some
25.
samples.
Okay. With that, you would recognize more vials of acid. So you find vials of acid, and then you find these little pellets of what is known as Nusha deer.
Nusha deer.
Nusha deer.
Never heard that word.
Spell it.
Nushaddir.
Nushider.
But you would drop a pellet into a flask of water to neutralize poison. So it's baking soda or something like that.
That's fun.
I'm going to take a pocket of those. Zenobia's looking really clean.
We need to take some. We need to take some samples
but
for our investigation.
why?
I'm not playing that game. I was a nanny for 3 years.
But why need sample?
For the investigation.
We don't have to explain things to you.
Do you have order from Grine? Or do you have order from Dwarf Boss?
Natural
Or Gnome Boss, I mean?
Natural 20 on my bluff. Yes.
Good role playing.
Okay, you may have orders, but why?
I didn't get that far in the bluff. She's not good at lying.
Look,
We need to see if these samples match the stolen goods we've discovered.
I don't think we can let you go with files.
Okay, we'll leave them. We do not have time.
Fair enough. All right, let's continue on. All right, so we don't grab any of those vials. We're gonna keep going. Is there another room we can get to and from here?
I'm grabbing some.
You're grabbing
You
some?
can slide a hand it.
Yeah.
I had a 17 sleight of hand.
You rolled a 17,
No, I got 14 plus 3 at 17.
and then do you do yours
14.
plus?
Nothing.
You don't have anything in sleight of hand.
No.
Oh my god!
You're part rogue.
Add your dex bonus.
Okay.
Everyone saw.
You have a dex bonus,
Oh, okay. But
but add your dex bonus. You always get that.
Sleight of hand is trained only.
I thought,
Yeah.
it's trained
You
only,
can't
so
roll
I
it.
have
You have
to.
range.
Oh.
Can't.
No, you can't roll it at all.
I can't roll it at all. Yeah. Okay.
Do you have ranks in sleight of hand?
Yeah.
Not,
Okay.
He does though.
So Renly's able to grab a few of whatever he's grabbing,
The
And-
baking powder.
I get caught.
and they don't notice.
Yeah.
You wouldn't try
He
since you
does.
know you can't do it.
Oh, I think I'd try. I'd be the distraction.
You just wouldn't sleight of hand it. You would just
Yeah.
reach out and grab something.
Yeah.
And then we're like, put it back, Zenobia.
No.
D-
Why?
Because
Are you trying to... Is everyone trying to waste the little time we have left? We need to move on.
agreed. Come on.
Let's go.
Okay.
The only reason we're this far is because of me.
Yes, Zenobia, you're a very important part of the team. Let's
2 steps
go.
forward, then 1 step back with you every time.
Chop, chop.
If we realize you take stuff, we will forcefully throw you out the window.
We are the law, and we are authorized to take samples from wherever we want to.
Chop, chop.
We don't care.
We don't have time to argue with them.
Where's the next door? All right, so we
Done with you.
So we make our way around a corner.
You do make your way around the corner, and
So it looks like there's a doorway at the other end of this room, Gary.
yes, there is a doorway at the end of the room, at the end of this workshop. You get to this door over here, and it is as latch closed. It's not like a swinging door. It looks like it's a sturdier door to get through. It's not locked.
So we open it.
All right, so you open it. As you go to open it, the mongrel men and this loading dock area. Wait. Why are you going in Master Grine room?
He sent us to go look for something.
I don't trust this.
I rolled a natural 19 on my bluff, so that's a 20.
I may trust a little. But why you go? Master Grine no let anyone there.
Well, like she said, we're with the law, and he sent us up to go find some important documents.
But he no like the law. Why would he work with you?
because he's in big trouble.
I mean, he's downstairs. You can go ask him.
Yes, you should go ask him.
He's in room number 4.
Bort, go to room number 4 and look for Grine. And then come back and let us know.
Now we are on a ticking clock, you guys. Let's find the shit and go.
If he does that, we're just going to go ahead and go in.
Yeah, we go in the door while he does that.
We will throw you out window if we find you are wrong.
Good, okay.
You can try.
So I'll go in the room and lock the door.
Okay.
It's actually not a bad idea.
All right.
Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo.
Okay. So you make your way into this room here.
It's a really high level tactics we're using to get through this dungeon.
So you make your way into this room here, and it's very obviously a bedroom. You see this 4-poster bed, numerous different workbenches, and alchemical gear all around the room. There are shelves lining the walls that have these strange objects and jars of liquid. There are some rags all over the floor. The air in this room kind of smells like spoiled food mixed with like different chemicals.
Ew.
And then there's also from this room a ladder going up.
Ooh. Quick perception.
Indeed.
Natural 2.
That's a 13 plus
16.
9,
Rolled it.
22.
You rolled a 60, Mom?
No, I rolled an 8 plus an 8.
Roger rolled a 22.
Okay. So looking around this room, you do see like some of the jars that are full of like different preserved body parts.
Ew.
Kind of around here. You do see one jar that it's full of liquid and has a key down at the bottom of it.
Ooh. Take that.
Is there anything else in that jar?
No, just the key and the liquid. That's all that's in there.
Oh, we could put the neutralizing thing in it.
Roderick just cast Mage Hand to pull the key out.
Oh, that's fine.
You can't. It's a magic key.
Fine. This was totally just a Zelda Breath of the Wild moment. It's like, this is how you could solve the puzzle, or you could do this instead.
That's one of the things I loved about the game so much, and like one of my biggest criticisms of Wind Waker. Wind Waker had the best music, but so many of the problems only had one very specific linear solution, which it felt more restrictive than previous Zelda games in that. And then they went the complete opposite direction in Breath of the Wild. It's like, hey, if you could figure out a way to do it, go nuts. Go nuts. You can do it however you want.
There's that one puzzle that I know you and I both solved it in a really arbitrary,
We have never solved that problem the correct way.
obtuse way.
Yeah. We like set up a bomb to like do like a seesaw thing and throw us up over a wall that we're not supposed to be on.
Yeah. Really broke the mechanics of the game.
Yeah.
It was great.
All right. Yeah. Also in this room, you find a small metal chest with a lock on it.
We use the key.
Okay.
We're in like speed run.
So you use the key to open the box.
Yes, sir, if it works.
Okay. The key.
Ooh. Probably should have detected for traps on that.
I was assuming my general perception would work. Well, I already said we did it, so too late.
Who's using the key?
Roderick.
Okay.
It blows up.
You get tetanus.
I was gonna say a scythe blade comes out and gives me tetanus.
Right.
That never happened to me.
Sure.
I had
Well,
tetanus for 3 days in the game.
a scythe doesn't come out of this one. It doesn't blow up, but it does when you open the box, because using the key opens the lock, but when you open the box, this cloud of just this dust comes out of the box. And Roderick, I need you to make a fortitude save.
Oh, great.
Roderick.
Don't forget he's wearing his mask.
It gives you a 0 bonus.
21.
21?
Ooh. That's really good, Roderick.
That is really good.
That was the time to roll a natural 15.
Yeah. All right, so you're able to fight off whatever this gas or dust was that pops out of this box.
Roderick, didn't you see Zenobia checking for traps everywhere? Why would you do that?
I'm sorry, I'll let you do it next time.
I want to heal check, see what happened.
What could have happened?
Natural 1.
You have no idea.
Roger's gonna roll his own heal check.
It's the plague! Everyone get out! This chest was protected with Ebola. We must leave right now.
It's the coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
Roger rolls a modified 19 heal check.
So you know it's a poison, you just don't know what kind of poison that it would have been.
He set up a poison in here.
But you would probably also remember that he had something on his hand axe when he attacked you before as well.
I forgot about that.
So you'd imagine he's really big with poisons.
This little bastard, he likes his poisons. Liked, I guess.
And as you remember that, you also think back to like the color of the liquid that was on the edge of his blade. And remember, one of the vials that you have is that same color liquid and same consistency. So one of those vials you couldn't identify before is more than likely that poison that he was using on you.
And is poison legal to trade?
No.
Ooh. That's an important piece of information.
That was a good question, Richard.
I wouldn't have never thought of that.
No. Hero card.
So Roderick, so he's trading in poisons. I'm looking at the poison that was on the blade, the poison in this chest, and the poison in that vial right there that you're holding. They're selling poisons, and that is not legal here in Leverstein.
So that's good evidence that we needed.
Yes.
Good thing you grabbed those vials. Hero card.
Well, and we know where to get more of them too if we need to.
If they don't destroy them.
All right.
These are the vials that we got off the body, not the product.
Oh, right.
Not the product that was in
Well,
the
hopefully
boxes.
we'll find them. What did we didn't find any vials like that on this floor, did we? Just the...
You found the acid and then the neutralizer.
Okay.
But you didn't really find anything else.
All right. Let's see if we can find anything else like this.
Was there anything else in the box?
There was. I just wasn't sure if you were looking in there or not, if you just ran away after the
I
box.
gave up.
Oh, poison. Throw it away.
And never mind, I'm not looking in there ever
He
again.
he just wanted to set the trap off. He didn't want to actually look in the box.
It'd be-
He just wanted to prove that his mask worked.
Yeah.
It did.
Exactly.
It worked really well.
It's just so stupid. Like, he sets off every trap on a door and, like, doesn't actually go through the door. Like, yay, set up the trap.
He really loves Jack in the Box.
That's what I was thinking. It's like a Jack in the Box.
All right, so within this, you find 200 gold pieces.
Ayo.
Find 4 vials of antitoxin.
I bet we do.
You find a small purple velvet purse, which happens to match the same color purple that is on the handles of the surgical tools.
That's big.
This velvet purse contains 4 small cloudy diamonds.
Are they poison diamonds?
They're not poison diamonds. Anybody have a praise?
Do not eat them, Renly.
I don't think you've ever seen me eat.
So I'm at to assume you don't. This is 22 appraise.
22 appraise.
13. I aid.
I'm untrained. I just have a +3 intelligence.
9.
They're worth something. But with the 22 appraise and with the aid on the appraise, making it a 24, you would know each of these diamonds, and there are 4 of them, are worth 300 gold pieces.
Whoa. That's a nice diamond.
So this poison is evidence of his illegal black market activities, and this purse is evidence as it matches the handles on the surgical equipment we found at the grave robbing site.
Yes. Oh, I was going to ask the vials with the body parts in them. Do they look like they're growing in there, or they're just hanging out in there?
They're just hanging out.
Okay.
Like he's been using them as ingredients or something.
Next question. Is there a second door out of this room?
There is the ladder with the trap door above it.
Oh, yeah, right. You did say that. We go that way.
We do
let's
lock
go
the door.
upstairs.
We do lock the office door.
Office door is locked. We're moving on.
All right.
Are we going up?
Yep.
Going to go up?
Going up. You should be moving up into that room there.
7 is up. 7 up.
7
Heads up, 7 up.
Heads
Heads
up,
up,
7
7
up.
up.
I never understood the rules of that game, not gonna lie.
You have 7 people.
Rolling
Up there.
perception. Natural 3.
23.
Ooh, natural 20. Plus 8. 28.
13.
I'm sorry. I'm supposed to avoid math.
It hurts me.
All right. So what were those perceptions as you went up?
28.
28.
23.
Okay. You see this trap door above you. There seems to be no traps or anything like that, and it is unlocked.
We open.
Okay.
Zenobia first.
Yeah.
All right. You open the door into another bedroom up here, and this one is nothing like the other one, where the other one was this dark alchemical lab with all these body parts and jars and things like this. This one looks to be like the room of a scholar. There's like the roll top desk. There's this another large bed. There are bookshelves and lots of books everywhere. So somebody who's really intelligent as opposed to just crazy and mixes things together.
So
So
not
is-
that one down there.
So is it gnome-sized furniture, or dwarf-sized furniture, or human-sized?
This is human-sized furniture everywhere.
In the lab downstairs, was it dwarf-sized? Okay. So we're in a human's bedroom?
At least human-sized stuff. So
Humanoid.
Size.
Humanoid.
Secret human.
I dropped my D20 and picked up a D12.
That's the one that I'm missing.
That's
I
amazing.
told you, man, we're in a portal world.
Yeah. I
It
mean,
shrank.
there's your proof right there.
Well, alrighty. So we scoot up into this secret room.
We start
Is
investigating.
this the only entrance into it? Is this stairs?
There is another door in
good.
here to this room, but you're coming up through this trap door area.
Yeah.
Roger called a 21 perception investigating the room.
Okay.
24.
So you start looking around the room, and you find like books everywhere on surgery and alchemy, things like that. That kind of stuff.
Like
around the
building
room.
bodies?
Some of these look like they come straight from the university. Like there have been books taken from the university.
Stolen from the library?
Maybe. As you all are looking through the room, though, the door behind you opens.
And it was her.
So the door behind you opens, and you see this humanoid-type creature behind you with this pink-colored, emaciated, like pink-colored skin, emaciated body,
Ew.
It's another flesh golem.
and
Is it a lady flesh golem? Is Horace gonna find a girlfriend?
no, it basically looks like a human that's been stripped of all of his skin.
Ah!
Walking in, and he just stops and he sees you. It's like, What are you doing in my room?
It's my room now, bitch.
You didn't say it in the Roderick voice.
You see, that was my North American accent, so he thought about it. He thought that.
We are the law. We've been authorized to come here and look for evidence, says Zenobia.
It's not going to work with this man.
I'm the last.
Don't care. Still, what we say, we've been authorized, and if we don't tell them, we don't have anything to stand on with these guys. It's our only hope for not getting the law called on us.
Arguing legal ramifications.
Well, you can argue all you like, but this is my room, and you will not be getting out of this room. And as it is, as he reaches on toward his belt, he is wearing clothes. He reaches to his belt and grabs a vial and goes to throw it to you, and we're rolling for initiative.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so what are those initiatives? Roderick.
Roderick rolled a natural 19 for a 20.
Ooh, nice.
20. Zenobia.
Zenobia rolled an 11 for a 14.
14. Vivian.
16.
16. Renly.
14.
14.
With a 2 initiative, plus 2 initiative. She rolled a 14, right? Zenobia?
I rolled an 11 plus 3.
Okay.
So
Zenobia's is higher.
Go
Yep.
first. All right, so he is able to throw this vial.
We're in trouble, guys.
Kind of the story of our life, Roderick.
So he's going to throw this vial, and I'm going to roll a d4 to determine who he's throwing it at, because he has 4 options. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. 4.
That's a Vivian.
4 is a Vivian. So he throws this vial at Vivian.
Which makes sense. She's closest to the door. And she's just staring at him in horror. She's never seen a creature like this.
Mm-hmm. And he rears back to throw, and that is a 28 to hit.
Oh my goodness. Well, yes. That does indeed hit.
That does indeed hit. That is going to be 8 points of fire damage as he throws a vial of alchemist fire at you. Or not alchemist fire, he throws a firebomb at you, basically.
Coincidentally, there's no one adjacent to Vivian, and we did not set it up that way after the fact. That's how the room was set up when he walked in.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
All right, so he steps in the room. He throws this vial, which is a bomb, at Vivian. It goes boom. Vivian's on fire. Roderick, you would be up next, but we'll find out what you do next week.
I have a lot of time to think about my next turn.
I have a lot of time to have nightmares.
About
this
Skin Man.
About my next turn.
skinless man.
I thought you said you have nightmares about my next turn.
No.
You know, it reminds me of remember that Jim Carrey's character